So to all the students who are attending the session today, if you're comfortable hearing me as a corporate employee, please feel that way. Or if you're comfortable listening to a college connection, or as a senior, if you want that friendly advice, please treat me as just your senior or an elder sister, anything. But I want you to remember and learn from this session today, so that it is based on my practical experience of my journey. And also, once I've attained some 6+ years of experience in the software industry, I have seen many freshers, I have interacted with many of them, I've taken interviews. This is a small and simple presentation where I have only inculcated points which are very important, which I believe will help in your career path. So I have mentioned it as beginner career guidance, as beginner, because I believe there are three phases of beginner career that you will be having from now on. So I believe most of you all are from third year and fourth year of your BTech, right? So indirectly, every one of you has already started your career from the first day of your graduation itself. Indirectly, it has already begun. So it is not something to be postponed to third year or fourth year, or after the college or after the job. So the idea of your career has already begun. So let me begin my first slide, which I call phase 1 as graduation phase. So phase 1, I have divided it as from the first day of your college till the last day of your graduation. So there are some points, according to my experience and my interaction with everyone, that I have seen were missing and which were very essential later in the job. So I have concentrated on explaining you and suggesting you on those points today. So time management for self learning is the first thing. Why I have time management is, obviously you know how it is generally explained as a concept, that to manage your day to day activities and giving time for each and every task and all. I know that, but what is the answer we generally get is, oh, Harshita, we don't have time at all. I know. I know the cycle of classes, labs, internals, externals, observation, SEM, records, SEM, and repeat. The same thing has been happening. I know that. But that cannot be taken as an excuse in any way. There is one concept where you have to, from today, you have to start inculcating it into you as a habit, just like a simple habit, how you brush and bath daily. Taking self learning for minimum 30 minutes to max 1 hour, according to your individual time frames, is the most essential thing right now. Because now, you might see in the outside, you might hear from your seniors or elders saying, no, then people are not getting jobs, or there is a recession going on. It happens. Recession comes and goes. That is a natural process of the software industry. But the people who get affected with this recession are mainly people who have stopped the self learning. 1 hour of self learning every day, if that habit is inculcated within the college in the first phase of within your graduation, it is definitely going to continue in your job as well. So whether you're a fresher or after 1 year of experience, the company starts expecting a lot from you. So the first 1 year, you might be given certain excuses, but after that, every company gives you goals of what have you learned this year. So this self learning, suddenly you will not find that time and interest, because everything else will be going on in your life when you start working. There are many factors. So it is important to inculcate that habit from the graduation itself. Forget about the first 2 years if you have not done. That's okay. Don't think about the past. But from now, start that time management for self learning. That self learning is mandatory, either through books or sessions or our wonderful library. Like I miss the library the most, because it has a lot of resources. So the second important point in the phase 1 graduation I see is C3. I'll tell you why I've written SEEC, okay, in my next slide. The three C's stand for content, communication, and confidence. But during the graduation phase, your hard work percentage plays more important role than luck percentage. Why? I will explain you in the next slide, which is phase 2 we are going to, that is transition. I don't want any of you to be in transition phase personally, because this is a phase where you have graduated and still you have not started your career. You're not into any job. So it happens. It happens to few people. It might happen, right? So what me and my friends call this phase as the famous Amirpet courses phase. So yes, it's important. Transition phase is also important. It makes you low. First thing it does is it makes you low, where you are a group of 10 friends, for example, 8 of them got placed already and 2 of you are left behind. So it will make you lose your self confidence, which will not be lost if you continue the points that you already started in your graduation phase, like self learning. Continue the self learning, continue communication. In addition to that, what you should be prepared in your mind is courses. To from now on, start researching on courses, what you can do online. Like artificial intelligence is the new thing that we all are behind now currently, and people are saying that okay, AI has come, all software jobs are gone, you can go home. No, don't believe that. Yes, it is slowly um, trying to replace certain jobs, in like just like we have automation, right? Instead of testing the entire application page by page, we write automated scripts, which helps, but those needs to be monitored, those scripts needs to be written, so there is some code behind it. So definitely our jobs are definitely safe for the coming years. Okay, so what are the courses that are in the market right now? And off campus drives, obviously, which our college also will give us guidance about how to attend, where to attend. They even make us attend there. And every company has job portals. And importantly, I forgot to mention here, internship information. So start checking websites of major companies where they give out internship information and apply them. There are career pages, there are walk-in interviews that happens. And preparedness for change, this last point is important, and you can start thinking about from now on. From here, if you're continuing your learning and if you get your dream job or job from phase 2, you'll be entering into phase 3, which I like to name comically as enter the dragon. Can anyone tell, what do you think, according to you, what could be the dragon here in phase 3? So usually, when I ask students about what could be the dragon in the third phase, they immediately say, "My corporate job." That is somewhat true, but what I believe is the real dragon that is there is the dragon of life. Remember this, that the winning secret of corporate life, I have termed this, I have put a lot of thought into what I want to really convey to my juniors, so as they have to succeed no matter what once they start preparing for their career. But let's do it at a bottom up approach. So let's come to the first point, clarity. So every one of us, right from the third year or fourth year or even up during placements, all of us are confused about what should I become. Should I be a developer? Should I become a tester? Should I become a database expert, a cloud engineer, or should I do some course and do something else, something new, or a graphic designer? There are a lot of options that come to us. There are a lot of suggestions that come to us. In all this chaos, we forget to assess what we want or what we are good at. That is important. Sometimes what we want to become may not be what we are good at. Okay, both could not be same sometimes. So it is important to think and get this clarity first. Endurance is something, like I said, you have to endure a lot of changes that are happening with the advancement of technology. So right from the choice which you made to pursue computer science or the software industry, you have to be prepared that it's ever changing. So you have to endure the stress of always learning what is out there. The It is not stressful if you love it. Okay, keep that in mind. If you have to be really interested in what you are doing, then it'll be a very easy task for you. So you have to endure all the changes that are happening around you. You have to endure your changes in your team, the work culture, Of course, all this has to be done with certain values. Why values are important is whether you're a fresher or a CEO of a company, it doesn't matter. There were very um, high level professors or management authorities who were stepped down just because they didn't have the ethical values that needed to be a corporate. So once you master these clarity, endurance, and values, successes are obviously yours, right? So here comes my slide where um, which are the important points to just to begin your self learning. Okay, remember, to in order to get a job now, it's not like I'm a developer, I will be doing only coding job. Full stack development is the bare minimum ask that the companies are looking out, even in freshers. Yes, they will be providing a minimum training if you are able to convey to them that you have knowledge in at least one UI, one backend language, one database, and one cloud service. So choose one. There are many options that we have for cloud: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Format. So there are many options available, but one knowledge on at least one of them is important. That is a minimum ask. So after that, for some code examples, how to Geeks for Geeks, you all know anyways. For coding examples, you know a concept just to check how it is implemented, how we can incorporate. And hacker rank is what is asked by all the companies throughout. We even have internal examinations. In fact, today morning I've given an examination in hacker rank, which obviously I've not passed in the first attempt. I've passed in the second attempt. Sometimes they are very tough, I know. But for coding practice, hacker ranks are a good place. And lead code is one where some companies are directly asking, even in your interview itself, they are directly asking you, have you been practicing anything in lead code? What is your score there? So they are assessing you directly from score. They will not give you a test in the interview. Then they did not ask you coding questions. They did not give you pass a paper and ask to write logic for this, logic for that, because lead code is conducting those tests well, and they are relying on that score itself, like we have AMCAT and CoCubes, right? Like that. So lead code. And Prep Insta is one wonderful app where placement readiness is being taught. So there are many activities in term for all type of questions like aptitude, reasoning, and technical as well. Prep Insta, I love that app. And Clappingo is my favorite, where communication techniques are taught. So you can practice some sessions there. uh, and remember, in using them, interacting them with your friends the next day, or sharing that communication is the only way of practice that you have. Reading books will improve your communication a great way. Okay, make a habit of reading those books. And Shark Tank, this is for business ideas. I've just included it because many of us might not be having the sole goal of being an employee, right? Some wants to create employment, and some wants to give employment to hundreds of us. So for such business ideas, you might already be aware of these. And internships and certifications.